going to learn when to use the verb to do and when to use the verb to make. It is important to notice that the verbs to do and to make have very similar meanings. This makes it difficult to know when to use which. So, let's begin by learning when to use the verb to make. To make is an irregular verb. Remember its three forms: make, made, and made. The verb to make expresses the idea of creation or construction. For example, labels usually say made in Germany or made in Taiwan. And here are some more examples of the verb to make with the meaning of creation or construction. I'd like to make some changes to this design. We made a large profit last year. Have you made any plans for your holidays yet? However, there are exceptions to this rule. For example, we also use the verb to make in many other expressions. Let's look at the verb to make. Common expressions. Here is a list of the most common expressions with the verb to make. To make an appointment. To make arrangements. To make an attempt. To make the bed. To make a complaint. To make an effort. To make an excuse. To make a loss. To make love. To make a mistake. To make money. To make noise. To make a decision. Note that with this last expression, to make a decision, it is also possible to use the verb to take and say to take a decision. Phew! There are a lot of possible expressions with the verb to make, aren't there? Now, let's move on using the verb to do. As we saw in Unit 115, we use the verb to do in most other cases, especially for work and chores. For example, I'll do the cooking tonight, if you like. Could you do me a favor? They've done a lot of research on the new project. What are you doing tonight? I'm not doing anything special. However, as with the verb to make, there are exceptions to this rule. We also use the verb to do in many other expressions. Let's look at the verb to do. Common expressions. Here's a list of the most common expressions with the verb to do. To do the housework. To do the cleaning. To do the homework. To do the work. To do a job. To do military service. To do maths. To do something or nothing. To do a favor. To do business. To do a course. To do exercise. To do exercises. There are also a lot of possible expressions with the verb to do, aren't there? Now, we've learned the most common expressions with the verbs to make and to do. Let's finish by looking at the verb to make, extra expressions. Here is a list of some more expressions with the verb to make. To make an offer. To make a phone call. To make plans. To make progress. To make a speech. To make trouble. Look at these two sample sentences. Are they making any progress with that new motorway? Jack always makes wonderful speeches.